Welcome to another Marketing Minute Live. And if you're joining live or whether you're watching the replay, we want you to let us know in the comments below. Let us know where you're connecting from. Over the last couple weeks, we've been discussing the upcoming holiday shopping season. We know that the current pandemic has definitely changed how people are going to be shopping this holiday season, and it definitely has made a change to how you're going to be marketing to them.
Mhm. And the theme really has been through all our past sessions of learning to adapt, learning to make the most of digital marketing and different methods and tools that may be accessible to your business. Last week, we were able to interview Holate Love, and Beth did a good job of explaining the changes that they made in their marketing strategies, things that obviously are not going to work now with COVID-19. And what they did to use email marketing and social media and just different marketing methods in order to reach their audience and connect to their supporters. And we are actually have another kind of case study example of that today as well.
So we're excited to have John Clark with TRC Associates join us. They are the makers of Arena Clear. Now, they've been working in the equine and agricultural industry for over 23 years. They've sold many great products during that time. And when they developed the Arena Clear product, they were confident that this product would change how people and horses handle dust in the riding venues. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and welcome John Clark up to the screen.
How are you this afternoon?
Very
Hey,
good.
John, thank you for joining us. We're doing well. How about yourself?
Doing very well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Mhm.
Of
Nice
course.
to have you, John. So I wanted to start off asking you, how has your marketing, maybe like challenges, since COVID-19 started? What were you doing in the past, and what challenges have presented themselves this year?
Well, being old, it was kind of hard to change the way we marketed. And for up until 2019, we were pretty much going to trade shows, traveling 250 days a year. Um, and trade shows were basically where we got our customers, where we taught them about our products. Um, in addition to that, we were doing advertising in print magazines, and in all honesty, I found that print magazine advertising for our business or didn't work. Um, I tried every type of magazine in our industry, the most popular magazines, and I had a lot of companies call me and say, we're starting a new magazine here, and we're starting a new magazine here, or we've got a directory for the equine industry for this particular part of the country, and being one to obviously entrepreneurs are risk takers, and so every time somebody came out with something that they thought was going to I thought was going to help our company or our business grow, I took a shot at it. And I found that over the course of 3 or 4 years and all the way up to 2019, print advertising didn't work really well for us. I put coupons in, I did all kinds of stuff, and so started doing a little bit more experimenting with email marketing. Um, we developed our website with the help of IGV a couple years, maybe a year before that even, developed a website I think is not only quite attractive, but it's informative. Um, the more I've worked with IGV, we found that we could throw out an idea and they'd tell me, John, that's really a dumb idea, or they'd tell me, hey, let's try that. I think it's a good idea. And for the most part, they thought some of them were good ideas, and they've helped me and our company be better in the digital marketing. Um, 2019, we still were doing trade shows. We weren't traveling nearly as much. Obviously, as you do trade shows, you find out which ones are the best and which ones are not the best. And each show I mean, you look at it and you go, okay, this show only costs $600. Well, that's only the preliminaries. There's the hotels and the meals and the travel and the time. And so we kind of took 2019 and narrowed it down to the best shows, and that gave us the best returns on our investment, and then started adding more email marketing. Found that the email marketing got us new customers, helped us to retain a lot of our older customers, but also found that we weren't doing the email marketing the right way. Some reason, if you do more than 100 emails on your business email, Google frowns upon that. So obviously we've been in touch with Constant Contact through Karen, and then 2020 started, and it started out pretty well. We had signed up for several trade shows, already set up our marketing plan and when we're going. And I think our first trade show was in March, and obviously in February or the early March, we got the notice that show was canceled. And then pretty soon it was like a domino effect. Every show after that was being canceled all the way through till the end of the year.
That was as a result to the pandemic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, John.
No problem.
So what I'm hearing is a couple things. Number one, I think it was awesome as a business owner, you were willing to adapt. I heard you say that you, through testing, you noticed that print was no longer effective. You've been in business for over 23 years. It worked at one point in time, but once you noticed that it wasn't working, you were willing to adapt. That's one of the things that I picked up from what you were saying.
Well, yeah, I think if you don't adapt, to be really honest with you, you slowly go out of business.
Absolutely.
I obviously doing this for over 20 years, I've seen a lot of changes and a lot of things. But yeah, if you don't adapt, and it's kind of like we were selling gallons only. We have a product that's sold in gallons and sometimes in 5-gallon containers, and people would come up to us and they'd want to have us buy a sample, and a sample in our business just doesn't work. I mean, our product treats approximately 10,000 square feet, and a sample bottle, it treats 25 square feet or whatever it is. How do you even know whether it works or doesn't work? But what we did find is that there were a lot of horse owners and people in the equine industry had round pens or small arenas that were less than 10,000 square feet. And we introduced the smaller size, which was a quart. I wasn't real excited about it, but my wife was, and so we did it. And it's been a nice addition to our business.
Okay.
In that regard.
So once the pandemic hit and these shows were being canceled, was there anything else you tried in marketing Arena Clear?
Well, we had a couple things happen. Terry was asked by a couple of equine magazines to write an article or write a couple of articles about our product in different phases, different subjects. And we found that generated quite a bit of business interest, and then also turned into business. By having her write those articles, it not only talked about our product, but talked about all the other products in the marketplace, the differences. It also helped us to realize that social media, again, I don't know whether you could I'm not even a novice at social media. It boggles my mind, the people that talk about how they market on Facebook and all the Instagram and all the other things. And I'm like, how do you do it? And again, we haven't really succeeded as well as we'd like to, and we keep talking to you guys and talking to other people and trying to find out what are the best ways or how we can increase our social marketing presence. It's kind of like people that say, well, if you get whoever it is, get a website, put up a website. Putting up a website's the easiest part. The part is how to get people to go to your website, and not only go to your website, but then buy your product or whatever. And I'm finding that even though we run email promotions probably on a monthly or every other month basis, we're starting to think about how to give people more information about the industry, about what is going to help horse owners and horses or animals breathe and live better, help our environment. We developed a second product called Pasture Dry, and it was we are just now starting to let people know how that product is going to help their land and help their animals, instead of standing in 6 or 8 inches of water, how they can get rid of that,
And by giving them value, you're giving them a reason to take the time to read that email. You're giving them a reason to even sign up to be on that list, because now it's education. You're offering them value. So the content writing has definitely helped, because even though it was on a third party's website, your partner was writing content for another website, it was driving traffic to their website, and in turn driving traffic back to yours. And I think in speaking to Terry, she was mentioning that a lesson learned is now she's going to want to do the same thing for Arena Clear's website. So that way you're attracting traffic and having that same effect, building and increasing more traffic to your site, increasing your opportunity for sales. So a combination of email and content writing, you're looking to not just build interest or build traffic to your site, but you're also looking towards converting that interest, keeping them engaged by providing them with the education that they find valuable.
You mentioned something that I hadn't thought about. The reason we did trade shows, obviously, was to sell product. But the first thing that we found and that we did, and that's been the way it was for the last 23 years, is to teach people about what our products or what the products on the marketplace would do and how they would benefit the equine industry. And what you said just recently is that's something that we need to do digitally, is to teach people or be like a trade show, but do it digitally. Explain why Arena Clear or XYZ product or whatever those products are, what they do, how they, every product has a benefit. There's some that have more benefits and features than others. I talked to a lady the other day, and we were talking about dust control, and she asked me about this product. And I told her a little bit about it. And I try not to downplay anybody's product. I don't do that. But one of the things that she said, yeah, they bring up a truck and it's $5,500 or $6,800 to do this for dust control. And I'm thinking, yeah, unless you got a lot of money, and that's the other thing that I've learned about the equine industry is that you may be in the equine industry, but it doesn't mean you're rich. Horses take a lot of effort, a lot of time and money, and our products have tried to give them the most value for the money, give them a great product, hopefully, and I think the other thing is that customer service. We've always tried to answer the phone. I hate voicemail. We've also tried to answer the emails as quickly as we can. And that digitally, it's easy to ignore people. And I haven't figured out how they can quit ignoring me. But we're working on that.
Well, what's really commendable is that you continue to improve. So you've seen that email marketing has helped you, so has content writing, and now you're looking on to making sure you're providing content and or value in your emails. And then looking to put blogs on your own website so that way you can drive traffic to your own website. So you've seen marketing strategies work, and then you're not just like staying there, you're continuing to improve the strategies that you're using.
Yeah, and I think that you sometimes you get caught up as a salesperson or as an owner, wanting to sell all the time. And I think that's the problem I've had for about 6 months is sending out an email wanting to promote and sell. And
Hmm.
I like the idea of, I think I always tell people I'm a soft sell. I'm not a hard sell, buy, but I've disproved that in the past by sending these emails and saying buy.
Hmm.
So I think the idea of doing the content marketing is going to benefit us instead of hurt us.
Hmm. Hmm. So, I look forward to seeing the results of you adding that blog to your site and also increasing your email marketing and also having you join us for some of our online training.
We are going to do all of those things.
Well, I would like to thank you once again, John, for joining us today for our Marketing Minute Live. We're going to stay in contact and definitely highlight the growth that you experience as a result of your efforts. But
Well, thank you
hanging
for that.
there, we've got another year and some months to kind of ride the waves. But it's been over 20 years for you in the industry, and we look forward to seeing many more years to come.
Well, thank you again for having me, and I appreciate working with you guys. You're great.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
John. Have a wonderful day.
You as well. Thank you.
Bye.
So that was nice having John join us today. And we mentioned our webinars because we do have webinars scheduled throughout this month, right through to the end of the year. And this Wednesday, especially, we have a webinar covering how you can adapt your marketing to the pandemic or the challenges that come with the pandemic. So we encourage you to check that webinar out. We have it listed on our website, igvinc.com, and you can register to join us. You can still get in, it's not too late. And that webinar is on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And if you're not able to attend the live session, it is recorded, so you gain access to the recording just by registering.
Well, until next Monday, hopefully, though, Karen can see you on Wednesday. But until then, or until Monday, we can't wait to see you again for another session of Marketing Minute Live.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great week.